Let's just take a look at this. This is from Seattle. There's two shots here that we have of this. This is another example of this. I mean, it's like when Occupy was starting to get rolled up, we know that there was coordination amongst police departments through the Department of Homeland Security, through these fusion centers. And there is a real sense, and I don't know how, if we will find out that there's been some variant of this, but there's a real sense that the police departments, at least themselves, have decided this is not about keeping order. This is about establishing what we're willing to do. And here is, watch this overhead shot in Seattle. We then will go to the ground in the next clip here. But watch this because it's pretty shocking. I mean, granted, the protesters are chanting and they're cheering, but they're behind a barricade. And these are trained police officers in full riot gear who are under no threat. But you can't quite tell from this, but let's just watch. They just start spraying completely out of the room. They just start spraying people with pepper spray. And then they just start dropping flashbangs on them. Into the crowd, they throwing these things. Rather indiscriminately. And you can hear them firing now their rubber bullet guns. Firing as the protesters are running away.
Now it looks like a riot.
Yes. Now let's play because what happened is the commanding officer claimed that they were getting pelted with stuff and they were responding. So let's go down to a down on the ground view of what was going on there and see if you can see any of that, because you can't. Now, we don't know who this video is from. The last one was from Seattle Reddit. This one is this is from via Claire Elliott Yaza, but I don't know who took it exactly. There was nothing on there with the video, so apologies for lack of credit. But this guy was trying to basically, de-escalate, but I think he could see what was going on.
Now they done brought out the troopers. And I'm going to tell you something, the troopers ain't got no problem firing. These guys, the troopers ain't got no issue letting loose. We saw the troopers on Saturday. Now this situation is escalating.
So what he's just said is that it appears that the local police are replaced with the state troopers. And that makes him nervous because he realizes these guys have a a greater propensity to let loose. But go ahead.
If you know anybody, if you know, tag and share this stream. This is right now live at East Precinct. The officers have changed. The officers have changed their posture. This gentleman right here grabbed the barricade, and now you see they're reinforcing the barricade. We have not heard an audible anything from an authority here. The umbrellas are out. We're getting pushed back. Don't spray that shit. Don't spray it. Don't spray it. Okay, the umbrellas are here. You see people put out the umbrellas to block the spray. To block the spray. It's rowdy right here. Hold on. Let me bring it down. Let's just try to de-escalate. Let's try to de-escalate this. Let's just try to bring this down, guys. You know, it's a lot of worse shit than going to jail, like a flashbang, shrapnel, or something. Let's bring this down. Let's bring this shit down. So we see him grabbing an umbrella. There's the spray. There's the spray. There's the spray. It's on now. It's on. East Precinct. They're losing control. State police are trying to open the barricade. They're putting the pepper spray in the air. Share this stream. Share this stream. Tag and share this stream. Share this stream. This, God damn it, they got me, you motherfuckers. I'm gonna eat this shit though. There it is. There it is. It's a crush. It's a crush. I got pepper spray all over me. They're not moving. I got sprayed, but shit, I've been through worse. Barricade is up. Barricade is up. The officers are coming with the spray. And this is exactly what's happened here. Get the fuck out my way. Let's see here. This is what's going on. I only got one eye. These are flashbangs. This is flashbangs. They're deploying flash. Hey, bring this shit down. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. This is...
That's all we found of that live stream. But it's pretty apparent that in the moments before, I mean, just at the moment they start spraying, there is absolutely no reason for them to spray. I don't even think they said disperse, frankly. But I mean, who cares if they did? There is no threat to any of those cops. There's no indication that there's any threat to anything there. But this is the posture that police departments have been taking across the country. And you know, I don't know what ends up mitigating this. I don't know what ends up being the limiting principle. We had a situation in Washington, D.C. last night where like 100 protesters were chased by the cops, and they got, and some guy apparently just let them into their house. And the cops stayed on that street out in front. And I'm talking like 50, 100 cops just waiting for them to come out. For all I know, they're still there. It's like a hostage situation, like a reverse hostage situation. It's very messed up. And I don't know how this, I really don't know how this ends.